All right, we're jumping into the new game. Look, a brand new intro. Nothing
my
else happened
God.
before we started. Shut up.
No, definitely not.
All right. Second game, just a continuation of the first game. Here we go.
Standing here in the bright sunshine, looking out over the vast ocean. Those days in London seem like a dream. But I do miss my time in England's vast capital. You know, he's flourished into a truly wonderful lawyer. I've no doubt that at this very moment, he's fighting some noble cause in court. Forgive me for taking so long to come to visit you. My life has been such a whirlwind since I returned. And no one could have predicted what has happened. Just 2 months after arriving home.
Oh my God. Swan Lady.
So I came here today to ask something of you. Tomorrow, I shall be standing in court. For the only time in my life. As a lawyer.
Oh shit.
You think we got like a Carmen Sandiego thing going? No, she's the victim.
So
Oh.
I ask for your guidance. Kazuma-sama.
Oh my God. Kazuma's ghost. Help us. I know we got spirit mediums in this universe. It could easily happen.
Well, here's our stained glass picture.
Cool.
So last time we had like Wilson diary intros. Not Watson. No.
Oh yeah, right.
Here we have this approach.
Sweet.
And we're back in an environment we have not seen for quite some time.
In the Japanese courtroom slash lobby slash 9 months. Damn. I guess it did take a couple months to get from
Yeah.
Japan to England,
A
and
couple
then
months
we
there,
were there for a couple months
couple
there.
months out there, a couple months back.
Yeah, okay.
Adds up quick.
Yep. Oh, is this her dad? I
Yes.
forget. Oh, for some reason, wasn't he sick? Maybe he's okay now.
He was around. He sort of gave you very loose guidance in the very first trial.
Right, no, I remember him from the first trial, but I thought like she had to go home because her dad was sick and dying or something.
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay. So he's okay now? That's good. Okay, wait, no, this can't be her dad, because why would he be like... I'm so confused. I don't remember who's who anymore. Okay, that seems like a lot, Susato. We can, Okay, so he
How's
is
that
her
for clarity?
Father? That does help, but he said some weird stuff where I'm like, why would you say that to your child? But okay, whatever. It's fine. The game will recap for me and make me feel less silly.
Yeah, they don't really do a ton here. So this is a first case, and as such, there's a little bit of hand-holding, kind of. Because you could, in theory, especially in Japan, have played this game without playing the first one. They weren't bundled originally. They were, of course, separate.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like, oh, this is our excuse to have somebody who's relatively new and put them through the paces. But even then, it's not quite as bad as some others in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I have amnesia!
That's the one I was just about to
Oh,
say.
boy.
The amnesia one kills me. It's so lazy. It's so bad. And that's why 2 is the worst.
It's
Y'all.
like, so you asked me to stretch things quite a bit in this series, and I gladly do so because I love it. I've said it 1,000 times. You're going to make a lawyer who's got head trauma and has no idea who he is defend someone in court?
It doesn't work on so many levels, and I mean, I already hate the amnesia trope anyway, and on top of that, it's just bad. And but then 3 is really smart about it. We play as a new character, kind of like here.
Yep.
4, same idea.
Built-in excuse. In fact, it's maybe the best example of it because he's there just fucking around like a hobo the whole time while Apollo flounders about.
Yes.
In 5, you've got somebody else who's kind of new, so that works pretty well.
Yep, that works. And then 6.
So this
How
is
are
the
they doing in
formula.
6?
This is the same idea here where it's like, here's a different character
Yeah.
assuming the mantle, and thus they get to go through their, basic lumps without it seeming like contrived.
Yes.
In fact, this is maybe the most sensible because now Susatsu, who we know is capable and knows the system, is freaking out because she's not supposed to be in this position, and in fact, it's taboo for her to be.
Mm.
Women in my courtroom? In this era?
I'm trying to remember how they did it in 6. I think 5, wasn't it the excuse like, oh, Phoenix, he hasn't been a lawyer for a while, so he forgot.
He's rusty.
He's rusty. Even though he kicked ass in 4, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna hand-wave that away. I still
5 has a new person.
in Athena?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like his helper.
Yeah, but there's still kind of a way
It
to weave in
works.
some changes. Like, wait, this mood matrix is going to revolutionize law, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you keep saying that. And yet I haven't seen it very much since.
Ah, sadly. Well, we need a freaking sequel that actually takes place afterward.
By the way,
Like
her dad is
7.
very amused by this. Because she doesn't know who this is as her lawyer, because if she does, it'll blow their cover, so...
Mm.
Now we're putting the pieces together.
I am excited for whatever her outfit is going to be as
Yeah,
she's up in the courtroom.
we have a reveal coming, because obviously we're in her eyes right now, as is normal. Please be excited for a goatee.
Hilarious. And she's freaking out. Well, I think I have an idea of what this is going to look like, and it's going to look pretty sharp. Four? Good God.
Early to bed and early to rise makes a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. I don't remember if they bring up what would happen if you get discovered.
That's a fair question. That seems like that would be an important thing to address.
Persona is the true self. What? This is definitely more complicated than a standard case 1. I'll put it that way. It starts with a couple of layups where you're like, okay, I have like 3 pieces of evidence and clearly I need to do this one, but this certainly takes some turns.
Hmm.
So that's at least nice. And it also has some overarching concerns because, well, we know who the woman was.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we?
I mean, Swan Lady could easily be somebody else wearing a hat.
And on top of that, we also know who it was that she was supposed to have killed.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of weirdness happening.
And we haven't really resolved that in any meaningful way either, have we?
Nope, we didn't even tell the daughter, which is a real dick move.
We just keep saying that we'll get around to it sometime and
not doing it.
haven't happened yet. Hasn't happened.
That's why procrastination is a terrible trait.
Mm-hmm. She has some Maya energy.
I was gonna say, I wonder if this is actually the
Yeah, because
ancestor
Susato and
of
Maya not super alike in
no,
most
they're
ways.
really not. But this girl and Maya, very similar vibes. Very, very similar vibes. They even have like the same hair kind of in the front, the bangs, and then the like strands in the front. Yeah, it's my headcanon now. I'm just gonna roll with it until the game tells me otherwise.
Headcanon's great.
Headcanon is fun.
Similarly,
Headcanon is a joy.
The nice thing about having just likable characters and really not ever going down too many serious roads is you can open the door to whatever you want. Like, there's definitely some vibes you can pick up where, like, oh, maybe these two are into each other, Susato and Rei. And you can also be like, they're just super good friends. And you can do it either way.
Both interpretations are totally valid. In my case, I still ship Kazuma Ghost with Ryunosuke. So, you know, it's all fine and good. Mysterious. Very cryptic.
How
what does it
did
all
it
mean?
come to this?
Interesting.
So he'll be your judicial assistant today. Because who else?
Oh, that makes sense.
And in we go.
Hells yeah. Oh my god, we look so good.
You do get a little peek.
This guy,
Yeah?
again, except he's got like a little curly Q on his head that I don't remember seeing before. She looks so sharp. Can she have this outfit all the time? Is there a DLC outfit for this? Because I would put this on her all the time. Oh god, she's inherited our eye shake.
She seems to have certain mannerisms, yes.
Oh my god. You've learned the worst traits of Ryunosuke. Oh my god, she took our name. That's hilarious. Are we pretending to be his brother or cousin? How are we going to play that?
Probably should have gone over this before you went to the courtroom.
Probably, yeah, right? Like, by the way, this is your fake name.
Don't leave your daughter hanging on what her alibi is. What's going to come up first thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good.
The Great Naruhodo clan.
Uh-huh.
And we know how he loves fresh faces.
And there you go, hitting your head.
Ouchies and pains alike have always relished tormenting new lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least trying to and then failing.
Failing a whole bunch. Oh Oh my god.
Yeah, this is why
You're blowing our cover like immediately. We should have had this conversation outside. Oh my god, we're so dead.
And, like, you had to tell her because it'll help increase her confidence in us and, like, make sure she's not freaking out.
Right.
But we really should have gone over this game plan a little more thoroughly. It's fine.
Yes.
Luckily, we're just going to strike that from the record, which, by the way, courts take records. So they can always review exactly what someone said.
Well, right. And
Her?
it's like, and I like that they just, like, went right past it. They're like, whatever. The
Doesn't
girl's
matter.
just delusional. She's saying
Yeah,
whatever.
she's a murderer. We don't really know what she's saying anyway. She might as well be speaking gibberish. What is she doing in here? Just because she's a murderer, she finally gets to break the code? She's a woman. She can't possibly have any thoughts in her head. And I can say that jokingly, but there was a time when people actually thought that.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
The very future of our empire. Yeah, last time our best friend ever died. Can we have that not happen here? Maybe, please and thank you. I can already see the eyes flitting about.
Mm-hmm.
This photo may be still, but I can
It's
see
happening.
it in my mind's eye.
The classic hand raise, though.
Uh-huh. I don't remember this. we had a test?
Oh, God, they better be simple. See, the game's got it right. Look, they're playing along.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We probably should have kept the cape on. Just to, be extra careful. And also that it was cooler with the cape, not gonna lie.
Probably. It's fine. It's just pecs. Ryutaro works out. Even though the rest of her frame does not look that way.
No. I couldn't forget it if I tried. Oh, shit.
God.
I forgot immediately.
Oh, I'm freezing up.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe if we had rehearsed, I might be feeling a little better. Yeah, you're basically a lawyer, even with your judicial assistant training. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Well, just in case you didn't play the first one.
It's like the Pokemon catch a Pokemon tutorial every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
You can
Like-
actually say no nowadays.
Can you? I just assumed you can't. Okay. I actually don't remember
Who
her
is
name.
the victim?
Well,
you can always
look. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Giselle Brett. Okay. Yeah. Time of death.
And when you look at the other choices, you'll see that you probably could have guessed anyways.
Probably, but I also want to look at how she died, so that's fine.
Single deep stab wound because no one ever gets stabbed multiple times.
No, just one. Just one is all it takes.
Piercing a lung, death would have occurred within minutes. Extreme meiosis, pupil constriction, was observed in the victim in both eyes.
Interesting. That's a weird thing for them to call out. Then again, she did always cover her eyes with her little mask thingamajig, and I wonder what the meaning of it all is. Okay.
Female, British.
Yeah,
So was the
sorry,
victim
correct.
the prosecution, your dad, or
Or this chick.
Yes!
Are we not disguising our voice, by the way? We sound exactly the same. It's fine.
If you're excited, you can go up a bit. Yes. See?
I mean, yes, you can.
Maybe it would sound worse if you tried too hard to mask it. Now, I don't know how that would work. I already have a deep, manly voice, so I can't pretend to have a high voice that tries to go lower. But you've heard people try and do that. You know, like think about like Mulan.
Mm-hmm.
They're
It's
very manly and tough. And you're like, oh boy.
she definitely overdoes it, but she at least like gets her pitch low enough into the realm of possibility. It's just, it's close. It's just a little too much. It's too extra.